can get Archelon and Nothosaurus out of the lagoon without mods. So for this new episode of Mini Mantah Corp Island, we're going to build something cool with this trick, an Arctic Archelon habitat, as requested by Blue Super. The trick is more of an exploit of a weird bug or something in the game that allows you to put a lagoon rock platform outside of the lagoon. But it's really simple, so I'm going to quickly show you how it works before we get into the creative build. But first, this trick was discovered by Crazycatmyri. I've linked her lagoon theory video in the description box below, in which this is one of the lagoon related bugs that she talks about. But she mostly does creative unmodded builds, just like me, so I highly suggest you check out her channel. Now, how do you build this? Step 1 is obviously to build a lagoon wherever you want it, and step 2 is to surround it with water, or at least surround it with water where you intend to place the lagoon rock platforms. Step 3 is grab the lagoon rock platforms and search around for where it will light up blue. This won't be everywhere, but you will find several locations around the lagoon where you can put them down. You can also put it mostly inside of the lagoon, but have it touch into the wall. But we're here for getting the Archelon outside of the lagoon, and that's by clipping the rock platforms into the edge from the outside. When doing this, you want to be mindful of the set spots where the Archelon can climb up onto the rocks for the best effect, so they come out the furthest. Now, you have to use a bit of imagination with this trick, as obviously the Archelon comes phasing through the ground and concrete wall of the lagoon, but I think it's cool enough. Arctic Archelon is cool enough. Anyway, I think it's cool enough to play around with and create these areas outside of the lagoon where guests can get much closer to the Archelon. So that's what I've done, and I've lined the areas with a barrier and put path around it, and this is going to be the base of our build for this episode. So let's now move into the live building part of the video. By the way, if you like creative builds and want to see what we'll be building on the channel using the new dinosaurs and decorations coming next week, consider subscribing to the channel. We just hit 196,000 and we are on our way to 200k. Oh, that reminds me, last week we built this for our smart dinosaur showcase, and we put in velociraptors, and I asked you guys to suggest a second species, and there were a lot of suggestions, but Aaron Lee Wagner Thorpe came in with a really good suggestion, which is to put in the Utahraptor once the DLC comes out. So there you go, reserved. That's gonna be for the Utahraptor. Now, one important thing to consider if you are going to be using this trick, as I am here, because I'm quite a fan of it. But yeah, the thing to consider is that even though the Archelon make the effort to crawl through, you know, solid concrete and ground, guests cannot actually see them. So, you know, for guests to be using these paths, we need to use stuff like an attraction, an amenity, you know, those sorts of things if you actually want to see your guests come up here. I mean, a little bit of an awkward spot over here, because I don't think I can extend... No, that's gonna mess with my monorail over there. So I think what I'll do is I'll put something right here. You can see that I have my ramp over there. And I'd like to be able to fit a shop here, but I'm not sure. And I wanna keep like this view, you know, so we can look into that area as well. So let's say we do it like that, creating like a straight edge for the building to clip onto. This is not where buildings are. All right, we still have plenty of ramp left, so that's fine. You know, guests will not be using the very end here, but I think that is okay. Hold on, I'm gonna make it smaller. There, let's attach it like that. Yeah, that's much better. As always, I hide the back of the building. Let's actually use concrete in this area more often than not. So there. And now this is just gonna have like a nice outlook area with seating and stuff like that. We're gonna find something to line the path with, our stupidity barrier, as I like to call them. I know that this is like one of those tricks that's not for everyone. I'm very much aware of that, because it is something that requires you to squint a little bit and to ignore some obvious flaws with it. But I really enjoy it. I really enjoy having something new like this, and I think it's pretty awesome, you know, all things considered. I can look past the fact that apparently the Archelon can phase through concrete. I'm cool with that. Magical Archelon? Yeah, sign me up. Alright, so I'm adding like some foliage, but not too much. Adding in some dead stuff, because again, we're like in the tundra section. So, you know, we're not using too much, as is the case over here. Alright, so for the ramp, what kind of path am I using? Is that this one? That's this one. There, and that's where it goes up and down. I haven't figured out yet how I'm going to attach this section to the other sections. That's kind of the thing with this build, you know, it's very just segmented, but I think that once we've covered more of the map, we can actually start puzzling them all together. I'm not going to worry too much about that yet. It is a bit of a risk, but I'm hoping that I can make it all come together in the end. I have faith. A little bit. I have a little bit of faith. That's not bad. I'm not sure if it's needed, but you know, we like it. Why not? Then I actually think I'm gonna do that. I like making things like its own separate section, so that feels really nice. I'm gonna add some foliage to that to hide the seams a little bit. There, like that, and maybe a little one over there. This begs for more rocks. This is not where rocks are. Oh my god. There you go. Some nice boulders strewn about, and we might actually fill this with this stuff. There you go. Alright, and then this would be like our little seating section, but I would also add maybe something informative over here. So we're gonna use flags. Let me think. I feel like the blue is most suitable. So we're just gonna go with the idea that these flags have like information on them about the Archelon. The Arctic Archelon, no less. There, a little path to this tower. This tower is kind of a cool view. Look at that. That's super cool. And like imagine that there's an Archelon sitting right there, and there's Archelon. There is Archelon sitting right there. Little flippies coming out of the water. I like it. I think it's super cute. So yeah, this would be like a connection point going further into the park. I'm gonna line this. I think these are gonna fit quite nicely, so let's use these here. It's really just, you know, now figuring out how to make this surrounding area look nice. Obviously, I did do a lot of the work, quote-unquote, for the habitat already. I mean, I didn't decorate the bottom of Lagoon, but, like, figuring out how to get these things... Honestly, it really wasn't that much work. You just had to look for the right space to attach them. Yeah, I think it's just different. It gives us a different way to approach the lagoons. I did attach just a regular viewing gallery. That felt necessary. I don't want to add another platform here because I really want to force them to use those. I guess I could switch this one out with a platform in front of here, but let's hold off on that for now. Oh, this one might also have a cool view. Yeah! There. I always make straight edges to help the buildings connect. We can maybe put a bigger one somewhere. No, that's a little too enthusiastic. Medium then? I think medium will work quite well. We had a shop already. So let's do a restaurant, and I keep forgetting to hold control. I have no excuse. Is that gonna mess with things? Oh, it came very close, but we managed. All right, cool beans. So there, this is where the path would like here. So if it like goes out like this, and you could do something like in the middle here. I don't know what yet. Hold on, how big is an aviary? That is pretty sizable. There's no way that's gonna work. There is no way. There is no way. Look, I'm just like preparing myself mentally for the disappointment. Wait, but it's sinking. Why is it sinking? Let me figure that out. Because that would be kind of nice. That would make the split make sense. Oh, yeah, there you go, there you go. Teeny tiny terrain difference there. Maybe it should be maybe this is more icy. This looks more icy. So let's do that. See how close we can get it. I quite like that. It feels a little bit lopsided, but it's okay. I'll take it. That's quite nice. So yeah, we can extend that out in some way, shape, or form. But I like it. You know I love a good circle moment. Yeah, this is definitely going to be like a garden or something. Maybe I can sneakily already get started on it. Here, I don't know, something like this. Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? I like it. Yeah, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Get some foliage in there. Woo, excitement. I still love this game so much, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Just still makes me happy when you, like, slap some things together and it just, I don't know, it just comes together. Like, yeah, I like it. I always, like, put some rocks around those statues to make the base feel a little less out of place. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, okay. And what I kind of wanted to do was do like a secondary ring. So that's where you go to like stand or sit. Oh, I wish we had benches. Editing Evo here. This episode I recorded on Monday. Oh, and past Evo had no idea. Bless her. Oh, she's so happy now. To look at the Archelon, and then behind that is more traffic, you know? To keep the flow. So really what you would want is a tall separation, but that's not gonna work, because that's not the right curve. I mean, what I could do, hold on. Okay, so something I like doing is saving before I do something that might mess up everything. That might seem like a super basic trick. It is a basic trick, but in case you hadn't thought of it, this is what I do.
A few minutes later.
It's kind of in the, but like you can put something right in front of there, and so this is just like, you know, we're doing our thing. I think it's a little too tall. I think it's too much. Yeah, I would have preferred it if it was like a low wall that you can still look over. All right, so we're gonna go to our save file, because I didn't like it. I had to try it. I had to like visualize it, but I didn't like it. So we're gonna go with something else, because I do want to keep like the openness of the area. I shouldn't be talking during these moments because I should just be clipping this out, but here you go. Now these are quite a bit taller, so maybe those would work. Actually, I think I quite like these. I'm actually gonna leave some space in between for something else. There, and like something else, like these things. Just alternating. Make it look a little bit better. And then we grab some tables and chairs. Let's do these with the closed parasols. That's kind of cute. Yeah, so you could just sit here and hang with the Archelon. That's kind of cool. Do something over here. Just chuck a whole bunch of stuff and see what sticks. Ooh, that would have been cool too. Maybe I would have preferred that. Hold on. Do I prefer it actually? I do find it very helpful to like drop myself into the perspector mode. I kind of like it. I think that's pretty cool. There isn't anything I can do with this. Like, I would love to, for example, put a tree over here, but it's already giving the obstruction message with that one right there. I guess we can cover this up a little bit. Like, that's maybe kind of nice. There, see, but all of that is already obstructed. Oh, we can put something over here that might be kind of cute. Let's bring it alive a little bit more. I want to be careful about the shadows that we cast. I don't want, like, cast a big shadow on the Archelon itself. Just stuff to be mindful of. Yeah, so this is shaping up to be quite an interesting, different area to our parks. And before we move on to decorating underwater into, like, in our actual lagoon, I want to bring you back to this one. You might remember this build that we did in the taiga section, and it was inspired by the ice court of Six of Crows, and a lot of people recognized it as such. So to all of these fellow crows watching, Netflix stupidly announced the cancellation of Shadow and Bone and the Six of Crows spin-off, but there is a really popular petition going on to bring the series back from extinction. And the more signatures, the better. I've linked it in the description box. It is my hyperfixation show. It helped me through tough times with Bo, so I hope we can bring it back, which is why I'm spreading the word. If you want to sign it, that would be super cool. Like Arctic Archelon levels of cool. Oh, hold on. Ugh. Can we... Alright, so he does see that. Would that be cool? Is that cool? This might be somewhat cool. I feel like that, I don't know, it evokes icy icicles kind of feelings. So I think that's kind of cool. Would that be cool? Like pretending that there's like volcanic activity under it. So like the water is kind of being kept warmer, and that allows the Archelon to survive in this environment because the water is actually being warmed from the thermal activities underground. I think that might be kind of cool. In terms of like telling a little bit of a story, I like what's happening here. You can really... Oh, the smoke stands out. Anyway, I thought it was just because we're like right at the edge of shadow and light, but no, it just always stands out like that. Obviously we're going to be using the lights to illuminate it, and maybe what would be kind of cool is if we pretend that like some sort of Arctic expedition for a certain type of dinosaur or something went awry. So there's going to be a couple of sunken boats around, and obviously we're putting this right in front of what is the underwater viewing gallery. Oh, hold on. Maybe... Let's do that as well. I'm also gonna do the underwater viewing dome. Oh god. Here you go. Ooh. And I want that like right in front of that. There. Haven't figured out yet where the connection is gonna go. Yeah, but that's kind of cool. And this is like the Arctic underwater expedition base. I feel like I'm mixing too much now. I think I should get rid of the sunken boats. Or maybe not. It's like we're pretending that it's like an abandoned, might even then leave it unconnected research facility. And there's like a cage that fell out of the boat. This one as well. Like that. I mean, I have to be honest, I always get a little bit dispassionate about decorating the lagoons, because it's like, you know, what can you really do? Let's be honest, it is very, very, very limited. But I'm making some sort of effort here. The camera is being super annoying. Alright, I think I should leave it like that. Lights... There. I quite like this color, but I think we should go more for blue. So actually, I should have done this before. I'm gonna make them all blue and then see what we can add to spruce it up a little bit. Oh, but blue is definitely the way to go for like the base color. Ugh, Jesus, let go of my camera. It's my camera. Look at all those lights back there. Maybe like a darker blue on occasion, like that. And maybe some of them just like white. There. So you get just a little bit of variation. But I think honestly that's about it. There. Alright, so now oh, I'm stuck again! Let me go! He tried to drown me. Ooh, so where could we put that entry point for it if we were to... I'm wondering if I can squeeze that one in here. Alright, third time's a charm. Because there is some space there. Did I raise up my monorail? I did already raise up my monorail. There. Can we put it over there? Because these are quite small buildings. Alright, I guess then we'll do it like that. Because what this achieves is that people will actually go towards the very back there. And they will use this full path. So we're gonna go with that. There, I don't think it messes with the monorail. Beautiful. All right. Oh yeah, I am happy with that. Cool. Let's take her down. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, that's nice. That's like our underwater research facility. And again, if you're using like mods, what I would do is I'd grab like these foliage pieces, I'd sink them down a little bit so it just looks a little bit grassy over here, you know, like this. I think that would help a little bit. Actually, I'm not... Hold on, no, scratch that idea actually, because obviously they would have a hitbox with the Archelon. Maybe though. Maybe the Archelon doesn't have a hitbox at all doing this. Kind of like the, yeah, kind of like the hatchery exit animation. The dinosaurs, for a moment, don't have a hitbox. I think that's probably what's happening here. So you probably could just put some foliage stuff and sort of hide, you know, what's happening right now. And it'll just look like it's going into, like a patch of seaweed that is covering up a tunnel that takes it back into the lagoon. You know, something like that. Yeah, you have to stretch your imagination, but I do really like it. Like, we needed something new with the lagoons, and if this is what it takes, then this is what it takes, you know? They're sprucing it up a little bit, and what we'll do is we'll put another flag over here, and this is just gonna have, like, information, you know, pointing to the right, pointing to the left, you know, pointing you to this thing back here. Something like that. Like, it's off-center, but I accept that. I accept that. I am pretty happy with how this turned out. I want to again shout out Crazycatmyri for actually discovering this. Super, super cool. And I don't think I'll be using it very often. This is probably the only time I will use it because it does, you know, stretch your imagination. But for this one build, I really enjoyed playing around with this and doing something completely different with the lagoon. So yeah, huge shout out to her. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, stay cool. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Good God.